2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
Exactly. Right? Earth and everything is going to get burnt up. What? That's America in the third world war. Read on.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right.
Okay, y'all have you in front of me? Have y'all right about here in front of my Mercedes? It is down the road. Have it right here in front of me if you don't mind. Have a little more in the middle if you don't mind. Just a step to your left, I would appreciate it. So much.
Alright? Because the Bible, the book of God, right, tells you about the end time that you're living in. And I know y'all know what's going on up in Oregon, right? I know y'all know what's going on up in Oregon. And it's going to jump off a civil war in this country. That's according to the Bible. Give me come over here, come on. You believe in the Bible? You all believe in the Bible?
I was so nervous, I went to that door and calm myself down. It was a mistake. But while I was in there, I had the north side of the building. Very old building, 15 and 50. He said no, not at all. 15 and 50.
Alright? Matter of fact, 40, second is a 15 and 40. As I said, what's going on in this country is America is falling. America is going down. Understand? America is on its downward spiral. It is circling the drain. Read what you got.
2nd Ezra 15, verses 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Meaning destruction is coming to the world and everybody living in the world. Read on.
The sword and their destruction drive nigh.
The sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Meaning it's near. It's close. Read on.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Right. You're going to have one people fighting against another. That's race war right there. Read on.
And swords in their hand.
With swords in their hand. What's the modern day sword? The rifle, the pistol, guns. Read on.
But there shall be sedition among men.
Sedition meaning uprising or an insurrection against the government. That's what you're going to have. You see it starting off right now up in Oregon. It happened before with the Bundy Ranch situation. Now it's going on in Oregon. You understand? These are small skirmishes that's going on. That's the sedition amongst men. Right? Read on.
And invading one another.
They're going to be attacking each other. Right? They're going to be attacking each other. Read on.
They shall not regard their king nor prince.
And you see that right now with that situation. They're not regarding what the sheriff has to say, what the president has to say, what the governor has to say. They don't care. Right? You're seeing that sedition among men. Right? To where what happened? Somebody died up in Oregon. Somebody died up in Oregon. And I know y'all know about that story. Y'all know about it. Right? But what are y'all going to do when it comes to your doorstep? Read on.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Meaning every man for themselves. Right? It's going to be survival of the fittest in that day and time. And it's soon to come. Read on.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And shall not be able. Why? We're going to have martial law, checkpoints, roadblocks. You won't be able to leave that city. Matter of fact, you probably won't be able to leave the block you're on. It's going to be locked down. That's why they do away with posse comitatus, right? Where soldiers now can roam the streets, right? Look at all these war games they're practicing now, with soldiers on the streets among the civilian population, right? Do you think they're just practicing just to practice, or they're practicing in the urban neighborhoods just to do it? No, there's a plan behind it. And when you're training that environment, that's the environment you plan to fight it. Read on.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Because of the pride of the people, your cities are going to be in trouble. Understand? Your cities, because y'all are the proudest people ever, man. The proudest people ever. And the Most High hate pride. So what he said, pride go before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. You understand? Everybody pride will leave when they actually live in America collapsing. It's happening right now, but it's in increments. But when it really starts that death spiral, then you're going to know, then that pride you have is going away bye-bye. Read on.
Man shall be afraid.
All of y'all are going to be afraid. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all are cowards and afraid right now. I'm touching on this Oregon situation, you understand? Because a lot of people who you thought would stand and fight, they all back down and cowered out, tuck their tail between their legs, and they're gone. And it's been happening. You had a dude called July 4th Patriot, right? He was training people, training his buddies for the collapse when it happened. What happened when the Feds went after him? All his friends left him. They left him hanging, left him to dry. Same thing with the Hutari militia, right? When the Feds came in on them, what happened? Their own people, their own kind, separated themselves from it. Want nothing to do with it. Why? They scared. Scared. So all that training we see on the YouTube, all that training y'all are doing, it's like it's in vain because y'all ain't doing nothing with it. When time comes to use it, y'all tuck your tail, cower, and run because y'all are scared. Read on.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Right? A man have no pity upon his neighbor. You understand? That's the time we're coming in. That is a famine. Right? And I'm going to explain it. Right? So a man is going to be fighting his own neighbor. Right? Your own friendly neighbor that you have that you watch the Super Bowl with. Right? Or you have them barbecue stuff. I forgot what it's called. Understand? Your tailgate party with. They're going to turn against you. But why? Read on.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Meaning spoil means to get robbed. They're going to take your food supply because they don't have none. Why? Because of a famine. Read on.
Because of lack of bread.
Because of the lack of bread. Right? You could have, right? You could have food, but if you have no access to it, it is a famine. Right? You could have food, but with no access to the food, it is a famine. All right? Read on.
And for great tribulation.
And for the great tribulation. That's the time we're coming in. That great tribulation. So you know what's going to be taking place here. You understand? It's not an if, ands, or but. You understand? It's a when it's going to happen. Right? It's not if it's going to happen. It's when it's going to happen. And we have the signs of the times that it's about this time it's going to happen. You understand? Matter of fact, hold that. Hold what you got. Give me 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. To show you that it's the time I'm talking about that we're in right now. Think all these things are just happening? They're prophecies being fulfilled. They're prophecies being fulfilled. It's not just they're just happening to happen. No, it's prophecies being fulfilled. All right? Read what you got, Doc.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verses 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right. Measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right, read on.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the